This is the Leitmotif and Movement podcast, a father and son's journey into the vast worlds of music. I am your host, Mike Ficklin, and joining me on this epic musical journey is my son,
Michael Ficklin.
This show is dedicated to the discussion of music and introducing Michael to music from the past and present. We will mainly be discussing the genres of rock, hard rock, and heavy metal. We will also from time to time dive into film and video game scores, and we'll sprinkle in some surprises along the way. Michael, what have you been listening to this week?
Not very much this week. I just really listened to the assignments, and that's really it.
Yeah, for clarification, Michael has been really sick the last couple of weeks, so he hasn't really been feeling up to much of anything here lately. You feeling better though, right?
Yep, today I am feeling much better.
That's excellent. It's been sad to see you down for as long as you've been down. I'm definitely happy and grateful that you're getting better.
Me too.
For me, it's confession time. I had never listened to Anthrax before really until now. I had heard a few singles here and there, but I never really got into them. I have to admit though, I've been sleeping on these guys big time. They're fantastic. I've been thoroughly enjoying my journey. I'm currently up through Persistence of Time. The riffs are meaty and thrashy. Drumming is killer. I love Joey Belladonna's vocals. We will definitely be covering these guys at some point down the road. I know you heard some of it on a car ride with me, Michael, that you seem to really enjoy too.
Yeah,
so
I did.
I think we're going to enjoy diving into these guys. Next thing I listened to was the new record from All That Remains, titled Anti-Fragile. Setting aside singer Philip Labonte's personal politics, I really dug this album. In my opinion, it's the heaviest record that they've done in quite some time. Still maintains a sense of melody, but undeniably heavy. They're on top of their game on this one. Also listened to the sophomore effort from LS Dunes titled Violet. I really enjoyed this record quite a bit. In fact, I think I like it better than their first release. The band shows its growth, becoming a more cohesive whole. The album features a mix of aggressive, high-octane tracks and more mellow, emotional moments. It's an album that represents hope and perseverance, a powerful message in today's climate. I also listened to the new live record from Closure in Moscow titled On Audio Tree Live. It's a high-energy live performance from this progressive rock group out of Australia. It's their first release since 2023's Soft Hell. I love these guys, but I've not seen or heard anything live from them before. I came away very impressed. The band is tight throughout. It's an outstanding performance from a very talented group. Then, just coming out today, I got a chance to check out Dream Theater's new record, Parasomnia. The prog metal masters are back with their 16th record. 16, Michael.
They've been carrying it on.
No doubt, been carrying that prog metal flag. Does having Mike Portnoy back behind the drum kit make a difference? The answer is a resounding hell yes. I'm not trying to take anything away from Mike Mangini, but there is a different attitude to this band with Portnoy on the skins. This album went immediately to the top of my most anticipated records of 2025 when it was announced. It absolutely does not disappoint. The band is on fire on this record. It's dark, it's heavy, and now a front runner for my favorite album of the year. We might have to insert this one sooner rather than later and check it out.
Okay.
Also got a chance to check out Ginger's new record that came out today titled Duel. Ginger is back and angrier than I've ever heard them before. This album is 43 minutes of heavy fury. There are some melodic moments in here, but it feels like they are far fewer. Vocalist Tatiana Shamaluk brings the vitriol with her blood-curdling screams and growls. This is everything I had hoped for after hearing the singles that were released from the record. It's easily another top contender for favorite record of the year. And then the next one was kind of a surprise. This one also came out today. The Distant World 7, more music from Final Fantasy, came out today. I had no idea this was coming, but I'm so happy that it did. I love the Distant Worlds records. For those that don't know, these are fully orchestrated recordings of music from the Final Fantasy video game series. The arrangements are done by composer Arnie Roth. This is an excellent collection of songs. We got songs from Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 7 Remake and Rebirth, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 11, Final Fantasies 1 through 3, and Final Fantasy 6. I mean, almost every mainline game is represented on this. I have long wanted to attend one of these Distant Worlds concerts, but just haven't had the funds to do so, but these never disappoint. They're always gorgeous. The last thing I checked out was the new single from Pliny titled Hagring. I didn't know this was coming either, and it really doesn't disappoint. It's a shorter song, but it shows off Pliny's skills as a guitarist and songwriter. The song has the feel of a classic prog metal song from a band like Dream Theater. The tones on this song are clean and crisp. Really fun song. I think you would like it, Michael. Anything else before we move into our next segment?
Nope.
All right. So we will move on to our next segment. This is the Art of Discovery, wherein we chat and play some music from independent bands or bands that are unsigned or maybe don't get enough love. We've got a great collection of songs from bands that we've not featured in this segment before. So without further ado, we'll get started with our first band. This is a deathcore band from Canada. They're called Coldlung, and the song is titled Misery. And once again, that was Coldlung with their song Misery. That comes from their 2024 EP Habit. You can purchase the EP on their Bandcamp page. Michael, what'd you think of this one?
Heavy ass song. That's the only way to put it. Heavy ass song.
Hard as hell, right?
Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
I think you'd like the whole EP, man. It's all hard as hell like this.
They don't call it heavy metal for nothing.
I know that's right. Heavy metal soothes the soul. All right. Our next song we're going to feature is from a band called Caustic Waves. The song is titled Regenerate. Caustic Waves are a melodic 90s, 2000s-ish heavy metal alt-rock band out of Glasgow, Scotland.
Tearing
once again, that was Caustic Waves with their song Regenerate. It comes from their 2023 EP titled Full Circle. You can purchase this EP in physical or digital on their Bandcamp page. Michael, what'd you think of this one?
Talented band. And a very good song.
Yeah, outstanding song, and I agree with you. The band is very good. Kind of gives me that kind of late 90s, early 2000s era Incubus vibe.
I don't really know that much Incubus to relate to that.
I know you've heard some of their stuff, though.
Yeah.
I think you'd like this whole EP, Michael. This entire Full Circle EP is really good.
Alright. I'll have to give it a try.
All right, so we will move into our next song. This song is from a band called Vision Video. They are a post-punk band from Athens, Georgia, and this is their song, Sign of the Times. And once again, that was Vision Video with their song Sign of the Times. This comes from their 2024 record, Modern Horror. You can purchase this record on vinyl or CD from their website, videovisionband.com. Michael, what'd you think of this one? I know this is kind of your first experience with this particular type of music.
It's different. I can't really explain how it's different. It's just different.
Good
A
different?
good different, not a bad different.
Did you like the kind of synth wave kind of thing that it had going on?
Yeah.
It kind of feels to me when I listen to it a bit like, and you don't really have a lot of experience with this, but it kind of reminded me of like the 80s synth wave music from my childhood. Even kind of has even a bit of Cure vibe to it. Would it be something you would try to check out at another point, Michael?
Yeah.
Right on. All right, Michael, anything else to say before we close up this segment?
Nope, except for thank you to everybody that allow us to play their music on the show.
Yep, I will echo Michael's statements. Thank you very much to Coldlung, Caustic Waves, and Vision Video for allowing us to play some of their music on the show. If you are in a band and you would like for us to check out your stuff and possibly play a song on the show, reach out to us via our social media on Blue Sky or Facebook or Threads, or you could also shoot us an email at lightmovepod@gmail.com. All of our contact information is in the show notes on each episode. All right, and with that said, we are going to move into our main topic of the episode. This time, we're breaking down Sevendust's 2003 release, Seasons. I know you've been looking forward to this, Michael.
I have.
So Seasons is the fourth studio album from American rock band Sevendust. It would be the band's final album with TVT Records and was dedicated to the memory of both Dave Williams, who was Drowning Pool's original singer, and Reginald Witherspoon, LaJohn Witherspoon's younger brother, who had been murdered in November of 2002. Seasons for a Time was also the band's last album with Clint Lowry, as he had left the band in 2004 before rejoining Sevendust in March of 2008. Seasons saw some substantial commercial success. It ended up debuting at number 14 in the US, selling around 68,000 copies in its first week. The lead single from the album, Enemy, reached number 10 on Billboard's mainstream rock tracks, and it ended up becoming the group's highest charting single up to that point. The following two singles that were released didn't achieve such a high standard, but did end up gaining frequent airplay upon release. And interestingly, even though the album received mostly positive reviews, it did fail to sell as well as its predecessors, which were all certified gold.
I think this record would sell better.
Yeah, with the amount of melody on this record, I would have to agree with you. All right. With a little bit of background out of the way, we'll start our deep dive into our track-by-track analysis. The record opens up with Disease. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I like the opening of the song. I just really, I think this is a very strong opener to the album. I also feel that it has a very strong message throughout it, but that carries on throughout the whole entire album. But I just say the song's just perfect.
Yeah, it's an absolute banger of an opener, right? This is probably my favorite Sevendust opening track on any of their records. I interpret the song to be about tearing down the establishment and building something better, leaving a positive impact, your mark upon the world.
Yeah. I could see that with the lyric, tattoo the world.
Yeah, tattoo the world, change everything.
Yeah.
Yep. I love LaJohn's vocal performance on this song. and Morgan Rose is killing it on the drums.
Can we talk about the guitars? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, that guitar riff during the chorus just goes hard as hell, right?
The drummer is not... I can just say they're having a field day in the studio while making this song.
Yeah, man. You best believe they were all banging their heads.
Yeah.
Anything else to say on Disease before we move on?
Probably in my top 3 favorite songs in the album.
How does it fare as far as album openers all time for you?
I was not expecting this question. I've heard a lot of music throughout the years. I'm going to say probably top 3.
Wow. High praise from Michael on that.
I'm just going to say my number 1 is 5150 from Van Halen.
Well, wait a minute now. Are you talking about the opener from 5150?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Opener.
Okay.
that,
You're talking about Good Enough,
yeah.
not
Yeah.
the actual title track from 5150.
Yeah. No.
Okay. All right. So we'll move to track number 2. This is Enemy. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I feel the energy coming from the starting guitar riff, and then the drums come in, and then it starts going into the lyrics. You know the theme, you know it's gonna be aggressive. You can tell just by the tone of the song. I really like I like what they did with the tone of the song. I feel that is very talented and very interesting.
So when you say tone, are you talking about the overall feeling from the song? Are you talking about guitar tone?
Yeah, that's what overall.
Yeah, the overall feeling of the song. Yeah.
You feel that aggressive feeling.
You definitely do.
Especially with that guitar riff throughout the whole entire song. It's really aggressive.
Yeah, this is actually the first song I remember hearing from this record.
Ah.
And I remember not liking it very well the first time I heard it. Sevendust I'm sorry?
I said, why is that?
So Sevendust's previous record, Animosity, had become one of my favorite records ever at that point. I just felt like Enemy was a departure from the previous record. And with time, the song has grown on me. The vocal delivery through the verses has almost a hip-hop flow to it. The vocals in the chorus are more melodic. The lyrics seem to be a sarcastic, angry retort to a bully. It has grown on me. I do very much enjoy this song these days.
Just a small lyric. Step up to me, step up to me.
Very confrontational, right?
Yeah. It feels like you're trying to carry on an argument, a fight. You're trying to just encourage a fight at this point.
You're standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything else to say on this one before we move on?
Other than it's just really aggressive with the tone, overall feeling, the vocal delivery. It's just very aggressive.
Completely agree.
Which I actually liked that song, Emmy, when I first heard it.
To be fair, I think Seasons was actually the first full Sevendust record you listened to.
Yes.
You were later introduced to Animosity, but
yes.
Seasons was the first full Sevendust record you were introduced to. Yeah. So I could see you liking Enemy really well the first time you heard it, because it does have a good hook. So, all right. From Enemy, we move on to track number 3. This is Seasons. Michael, what do you got on this one?
Probably my second favorite song on the album.
Really?
Yes.
Well, let's hear about it.
So I like the opening with the guitar and everything, just perfect opening. Then you get like past the opening and it goes into that like more chilled out, and then it goes straight back into it. And then it's just a roller coaster, really. It's just I can't really describe it. It's just perfect.
So, yeah, I really like the guitar riff during the verses on the song. It's got a killer groove. I love the vocal melody throughout the song as well. I find myself singing along every time I hear it, which is a credit to the hooky melodies at play.
Yeah.
It's just an outstanding song.
It is. It's just a very hooky song, especially with the instrumental part. I think this song just makes a perfect instrumental song, though.
Yeah,
What?
the guitar riff is really good.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's just got a good groove.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how else
Yeah.
to explain it. The band's on fire on this one.
Yeah. it it's a big difference from Emily. It's a big step down from Emily, though.
Oh, you're talking about it
Yeah.
in terms of
Tone
aggressive tone?
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely is.
Instead of trying to start a fight, it's a
Yeah, we're definitely taking a step back on
yeah.
seasons.
Instead of starting a fight, you're trying to just cool, just a chiller fight, more argument.
Anything else to say about seasons before we move on?
Other than second favorite song on the album.
All right. So we move on from the title track on the record to track number 4. This is Broken Down. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I like the opening of this song. I like the chorus throughout the song.
It's very sing-songy.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of feel like the whole record is very sing-songy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good hooks on it. I could pretty much sing along with just about everything on this.
Yeah. I think there's only one song I just probably can't. It's the last song on the album.
Yeah.
We'll
get to that one.
Yeah. It makes total sense.
Yeah.
I just really like this song. It's a real just sing-songy song. It's a song that if you're like in the car just chilling, it's something that you would play. Definitely.
Yep. Yeah, we're rolling right into another outstanding melodic song off of Seasons into Broken Down. I really like this sort of spacey, ethereal thing they have going on during the verses.
I really like the opening with the guitar like going back and forth between those two notes.
Are you talking about like the guitar going back and forth like with the synth?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like LaJohn's vocal delivery during the verses are really full of sorrow and heartache.
Yeah.
I enjoy the dual vocal harmony during the chorus. It's a really well-constructed song, and it's definitely another one of my favorites from the record. I mean, I think this, starting really with Seasons, I think, this album goes on a roll with the really outstanding, hooky, melodic songs.
If I were to relate Broken Down with any other song, it's Heavy Heart from Juggernaut Alpha from Periphery.
Oh yeah, good pull. Yeah, good pull.
It has that same type of feeling.
Yep, a very similar melancholic vibe. Yeah.
But just perfect song. I feel like all these songs so far have just added up to their category. Aggressive, just chill, kind of chill, and just perfect opener. It just fits well with its category. That's why these songs are perfect.
Yeah, the album flows really well for the
Yeah.
most part. For the most part,
I
I have one big gripe. We'll get to it later.
I'm feeling what song it is.
Anything else on Broken Down?
Other than it just what I exactly just said, just flows perfect, fits perfectly in each category.
All right, so we will move on to track number 5. This is Separate. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I just like the flow of the song. I I like the echoing, panning out echoes with uh his voice. It's just perfect. Perfect. Perfection. I don't know. Amazing. I can't think of any more words. Uh,
Running out of superlatives?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say on this one. It's not a bad song, but it just doesn't resonate with me the way that some of the other songs on the record do. For me, musically, it's a pretty cookie cutter sort of song. I do like the message that I think the song is trying to convey about trying to separate yourself from a mistake,
Yeah.
trying to convince others to give you a chance to start again. I think we've all made mistakes like
Mhm.
this before and kind of hope for that forgiveness. So I
Mhm.
do relate to the message of the song.
And to uh like quote what you just said in lyrics, it says uh in the lyrics, could you separate me from the sin? Is it not too late to start again?
Yep. Yeah,
Just
that leads you to believe that
mhm.
he's asking for forgiveness for
Mhm.
making a mistake, right?
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, def definitely.
So is this another one of the songs that you really like from this record?
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's top 3. I am saving that for one more song, but that is later down the line.
I think I know what it's gonna be. We'll get to it.
Okay.
Do you have anything else on Separate before we move on?
It just flows perfect. Nothing else.
So we'll move on to track number 6. This is Honesty. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I like the just chill opening, and then it towards middle of getting towards the middle of the song, you start hearing that guitar riff coming, and then um it just continues that melodic feeling, just continues the melodic throughout the song, but it gets to the peaks where you start hearing the guitar again, and then it slows down, starts hearing the guitar again, and then it just flows together perfectly. It's like a puzzle. You're trying to complete it, and you finally find the last piece.
Yeah, the verses are kind of quiet,
Mm-hmm.
and then it kind of picks up steam as it gets into the chorus.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I kind of like the dichotomy on that.
It it kind of, looking at the lyrics, it kind of seems like some he said hurtful words, like, or somebody said hurtful words.
Yep, I would agree with that. I completely agree with that.
It it says it's not supposed to hurt this much, but it can never feel the same again. I'm left with nothing but the memory of the way you used to feel.
Which would lead you to believe that the person
Mhm.
has left.
Yes.
Yeah, yep. I love this song.
Mm-hmm.
It's another melancholy song tinged with heartache. I really enjoy the dual vocal harmony working during the verses. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. The
Mm-hmm.
song seems to be dealing with regret over the way
Yeah.
that the writer has spoken to someone they care about.
Mm-hmm.
They've said hurtful things that they didn't really mean, and it has driven that person away.
Mm-hmm.
They want to take back everything that they've said.
Mm-hmm.
Try to start over, and sometimes when we say things, not even just with words, but even with actions too, sometimes you can't fix that. So, unfortunately, um,
Yep.
as much as you would like to. Do you have anything else on honesty?
Nope.
All right. So we'll move right along to track number 7. This is Skeleton Song. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I really like this song. I just like the flow of the song, really.
Yeah, I think you and I have had a conversation about this song before.
Mm-hmm.
I think that based on our previous conversations, that you seem to like this song better than I did.
Mm-hmm. I just really like the flow of the song. I like the tone of the song. And I like the chilled out instruments. It's way laid back on how the instruments are used.
I think it's predominantly an acoustic song.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this song opens up with a really pretty acoustic guitar riff,
Mm-hmm.
and then the entire song is just drenched in melancholy. Uh, it's that melancholy seems to be a common theme with this album. Uh, you know, as we had mentioned, LeJohn had lost his brother tragically uh, before the writing of this album, and it feels like this really had a huge impact on the writing of this album from both a musical and a lyrical perspective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, LeJohn kills it on the vocals on this song. You can
Mm-hmm.
feel his sorrow and heartache coming through
Mm-hmm.
his performance on the microphone.
Yeah. You can see that through a lot of these songs.
Yeah, I would consider Seasons like their blues album,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
just from an overall tone
Mm-hmm.
and feel. It's got that
Mm-hmm.
bluesy melancholy mood.
Skeleton Song kind of reminds me of uh Angel Son from Animosity.
Um
Kinda reminds me.
I I don't really see it. Angel's Son is a really special song. It's got
Mm-hmm.
a very special place in my heart. So
I mean, like instrumental wise.
I mean, yeah, both songs do feature a really pretty acoustic guitar riff, but outside of that, I think that's where the similarities end.
Oh.
At least for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I was a huge fan of Animosity, and
Mm-hmm.
Angel's Son is one of my absolute favorite songs ever. Period. Not just from Sevendust, just period. I love that song. It definitely holds a special place in my heart because of um the loss of my dad. That song makes me think of my dad. So, like I said, Angel Son is special to me. I can't put Skeleton Song on that same level, on that same wavelength. Now,
Okay.
that said, obviously you don't have a similar event in your life that would cause you to relate to Angel's Son in that in the same fashion that I do. So I could understand why you would put a comparison between the two songs. Do you have anything else to say on Skeleton Song?
Um. Nah.
All right. So we'll move on to track number 8. This is Disgrace. Michael, what do you got on this one?
this song just has a very great flow. I like the opening, and then it just chills out throughout the song. It uh still has that beginning flow, but it chilled out the heavier instruments are kind of more in the background, and the singer's voice is way more out in front.
You talking about LeJohn?
Yeah. I'll make sure I'm saying it right. LeJohn?
Yeah, LeJohn. Yeah,
Okay.
LeJohn Witherspoon is his name.
Alright.
Yeah, I love the guitar riff that opens this song,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, it's instantly hooky and memorable.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we're treated to an
Mm-hmm.
amazing melodic LeJohn vocal performance. The song appears to be about self-reflection, feeling
Yeah.
ashamed of choices that have been made. The band absolutely kills this song
Mm-hmm.
from both a musical and
Yeah.
vocal performance. Definitely one of my favorites
Mm-hmm.
on the record. Very much reminds me
Mm-hmm.
of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
song on, well, one of my favorite songs on Animosity, Trust. I love Trust.
Yeah.
This song, Disgrace, to me is
Mm-hmm.
the Trust of Seasons. It's that good.
Alright. It kind of seems like he's reflecting, kind of when I don't know if this is the best lyrics choice, but it says, when I think about it all, can I still find a place where my mind stops all the suffering? Will I live in my disgrace on and on and on?
Yeah. Yeah. It's it's again laden with that melancholy, right?
Hmm. I feel like you can see the message as soon as you look at the lyrics. You
I mean,
know
you
the
can
immediate message, and
yeah,
also
you can
listening.
feel the message the
Yeah,
first time you hear the song.
but you certify the message as soon as you look at the lyrics. You can tell everything just from looking at the lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah. It's such a good song.
Mhm.
Such a good song.
Mhm.
It's another one of those songs that's really hooky and sing-songy. It's one of those that I will
Mhm.
sing along to every time it comes on.
Yes.
I love this song so much. Do you have anything else on Disgrace?
No.
All right. So we'll move on to track number 9. This is Burned Out. Michael, what do you got on this one?
Number one song on the album.
That's exactly what I thought.
I had a feeling you were gonna choose Burned Out for me. I I like the message of this song. Like I just like it.
This was
It
the
has a
first song
very
you ever heard from
touching.
Sevendust, right? You
Yes.
came in and I was listening to this in the kitchen and
Yes.
you're like, what is this?
I think we were listening to it in the car, actually.
Uh, I couldn't
I don't
remember for
know.
sure.
It was either in the car or the kitchen. But this song is very touching.
Yeah, there's something about this song that just grips you.
Mhm.
Uh, and I would have
Mhm.
to agree with you. This is probably my favorite song on the record.
And in my feeling, it to relate back into Animosity, it kind of gives me the same feeling as Angel Sun.
Yeah,
Like feeling, not like song relating. It's just the feeling, the message that is given from it.
Angel Sun is more of a it's more of a lament. It's like saying goodbye to someone that you care about.
Hmm.
I don't feel that from Burned Out. I guess they share a similar melancholic tone, but I don't I guess I don't draw the comparison as far as the actual song meanings.
but also everybody's different.
For sure. Everybody interprets things differently. And that's the joy of art and music in general. Yeah. The way that this song opens up with LeJon spitting out lyrics to just the sound of Morgan's drums, and I love it. Uh, this song features some of my favorite lyrics on the entire record. The heartfelt delivery of lines like, "The vicious circle of life tears me up inside," and "So why does it feel like the sun is just burned out? And why does it feel everyone's waiting for us to crumble and just break down?" gives me goosebumps. I feel every bit of those lyrics right now. The music during the chorus is melodic. There's a sense of openness to it that allows LeJon to be expressive with his vocal delivery. Such a damn good song. Yeah.
Also, it says, "I feel so empty. Why'd you do this now?"
Yep.
I'm trying to think. Where's that helping hand that you pull away? Everything, I'm in the back of the line.
Yep. He's singing about, or at
Mm-hmm.
least what I gather, he's singing about, just making the wrong choices in life, which is
Mm-hmm.
causing, his world around him to crumble. Uh, he's battling with depression, so it feels like the sun's burned out. Right? He can't see the way forward. Another one of those really um, heavy, melancholic songs on the record. Again, just it gives me goosebumps when I hear it. Like I know it's on your mom's car playlist, and every time it comes up on the playlist when
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the car with her, I turn it way up.
Does mom get angry or not?
No, no, no,
Does she seem bothered?
no. She cranks it up when one of her favorite songs comes up too. So
It's only fair.
right,
I mean, half the time it's Taylor Swift radio, so.
more than half the time. And if your sister's not in the car, I skip right on through it.
I do the same thing.
Anything else to say on Burned Out?
It's just, I, I, I don't really know how to describe it. It's just,
It's magic.
yeah.
Moving on to track 10. This is Suffocate. Michael, what do you got on this one?
How about you start?
Yeah, this one has a really chunky, heavy guitar riff through the
Mm-hmm.
verses. Feels like classic Sevendust. The chorus is my favorite part of the song, though.
Mm-hmm.
The vocal melody during the chorus is so catchy. It
Mm-hmm.
makes me sing along with it every time. Every time I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what Morgan is doing on the drums towards the end of the song when LeJon is delivering the chorus under some sort of vocal compression effect, but it's really weird, almost proggy, and I really enjoy it. This is just another really good song, and it's a great follow up to Burned Out. I just sing songy, hooky. I love this. What about you?
I really like the opening to the song with the kind of the back and forth guitar opening, and then it starts getting into that heavy feeling, and then um it just I just like this song. I like the kind of the heavy feeling in the you can hear the heavy feeling, and then you hear LeJohn's vocals. It's it's a perfect mix. And then it goes into that melodic, and the heavy goes away, and it's just that guitar and the drums. And I kind of feel like the song is basically trying to what do you think the meaning of the song is?
I don't know. Um, Almost seems to me like he's um
Mhm.
he feels like the walls are closing in,
Mhm.
right?
It kind of seems
I
like
think
he's
this
going
is
through a
coming from like
stream.
a place of like a dark place, like
Hmm.
a place of depression.
Yeah, I
Um,
was about to say depression.
yeah, yeah, it definitely feels like it's a cry for help.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
he's depressed. He's begging for help.
Hmm.
He wants to be pulled out of
Hmm.
it. Hence
Hmm.
the phenomenal first line to the
Hmm.
chorus, "Fade into a dream."
Hmm.
Uh, I almost feel
Dream.
like he would rather be in the dream where
Hmm.
life is better than
Hmm.
it is in real life.
Hmm.
That's just how I
Um.
interpret it, though.
Yeah, I could see where you're coming from. Um.
And as I say those lyrics, it makes me want to sing. So,
Hmm. Yeah, I'm just looking at it and I already want to sing it.
do you have anything else to say on Suffocate?
There was a lyric I saw earlier. I was going to bring up that I thought it was on Burnout. But what you can't see is being the last one to know, and then it goes into fade into a dream. I feel that is kind of touching in a certain way.
Yeah, it kind of tugs at your heartstrings.
Yeah, it kind of sounds to me like being the last one to know on somebody's death, on somebody's passing.
Maybe I could see that.
Yeah, because of uh the the last one to know.
Or maybe he's the last one
Yeah,
to know about some bad news
yeah.
in general. I mean,
Mhm,
obviously, a tragic death
mhm,
is bad news in and of itself,
mhm,
but it could be just bad news in general too, right?
mhm, mhm,
Or maybe someone's informing the writer of the song about a character flaw that maybe he couldn't
mhm.
see for
Yeah.
himself.
Mhm.
But this character flaw is driving people out of his life. So
Yeah.
he's the last one to know because
Mhm,
nobody's ever said anything to him about it
mhm.
before.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see all of our reasonings for that. Just two lyrics there,
Yeah, that's
lines
the
of
fun
lyrics.
of trying to interpret art.
Yeah.
Got anything else on this one?
No,
All right. So we'll move to track 11. This is Gone. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I kind of just listening to the song. It kind of feels like a song that you basically saying when I'm gone, say hello to everybody for me, or goodbye to everybody for me.
What do you interpret gone being? Gone as in leaving to go someplace else, or gone as in when I've passed away?
Yeah, I see passing as a reasoning, and also like going somewhere else as a reasoning. They both have equaling sides to argue.
For me, this one is actually closest in um in I guess lyrical meaning or
Hmm.
lyrical tone to Angel's Son. This is probably the closest one
Yeah,
for
I
me
could
on this
see
record.
that. I could see that. I feel that, in my opinion, I feel it leans more towards passing, but that's my opinion.
I think that's the way I originally interpreted it also.
Mhm.
I'll get into what I think about it now here in a minute. Do you have
Mhm.
anything else to say on this one before?
The main reason why I think that is in the lyrics it says when I'm gone don't feel fill the space that still belongs to me. When I'm gone say hello for me.
Great lyrics.
Mhm.
And just hearing you read them off makes me want to sing them. Yeah, for me, this should have been the album closer.
Mhm.
This song has such a huge feel to it. It's really
Mhm.
incredibly melodic.
Mhm.
LeJohn again kills it on his vocal delivery. Musically, the band is on fire, and they deliver a great bluesy ballad.
Mhm.
I think the song is dealing with feelings of guilt for being away from home so much. Like, life on the
Yeah.
road when you have a family has to be difficult. This song truly feels like the end of a long journey. It's definitely the end of a run of songs on this album that are unforgettable.
Yeah.
I love this song.
Mhm.
Great song.
Mhm. Definitely. I would put the song for a contender for top 3.
Well,
Definitely.
you've already given your 3, so this one just
Yeah.
barely missed the cut then?
Yeah. I would put this either 4th or 5th.
I'm curious, do you get the same vibe that I do that this song really is sequenced incorrectly and it should have been sequenced at the end of the album?
Yeah. I feel the last song should have been moved up a few.
Yeah, we'll get into this last
Or
song here in a
just
minute. It
released
sounds
as
like
a
you and I
single.
both feel the same way about this one. So,
Yeah.
do you have anything else to say on Gone?
No.
All right. So we'll move into the final track on the record. This is Face to Face. Michael, I'll let you take it away.
Best description of the song, big F you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very aggressive.
You thought Emily was aggressive? Uh, Listen to Face to Face. This is literally, I don't even know how to describe the song. It's it's Emily, but 10 times worse. Like in the aggressive range.
Yeah, it definitely goes hard, and it feels really out of place. Like one of these
Mhm.
things is not like the other. I mean, for this being the album closer, the band
Mhm.
decided to go with this heavy, angry song. And to me,
Mhm.
this album has not really been about anger and heavy riffs.
Mhm.
To me, the theme of the
Mhm.
album is about melancholy, feelings of
Mhm.
guilt and loss and sadness. The lyrics to
Mhm.
this song seem to be an angry message to someone that has betrayed the writer.
Basically, uh, to sum up the song, uh, in one lyric, uh, for aggressive, um, ju- uh, one lyric, just take your swing.
Yeah, it's very antagonistic, right?
Yeah.
It does have that classic heavy Sevendust feel. It
Mhm.
just feels out of place as the final song on this record. Maybe out of place for the record. Period. Uh,
Mhm.
it's definitely
Uh.
my least favorite song on the record by
Mhm.
far.
I am debating before I throw up this hot take.
Give it to me.
I'm still debating if I want to throw this out or not.
Give it to me. I wonder about this song
Mhm.
if the band had gotten a mandate from the record label that says, hey, there's not enough heavy songs on this record. We need one more from you. And this song was thrown together as kind of a last second thing and tagged on to the end of the album because the record label said so.
I'm just gonna say this. I don't think there is a bad song on this record, and this song is not bad. It is one of my probably my second least. It the rest of the album just goes together as like not making it to the top 5. It's just I actually kind of like this song.
I think if this had been earlier in the sequencing, like if they had put this song, say, either before Enemy or after Enemy, I probably would have liked it a bit better. But because they used it as the closer after you went through this
Mhm.
whole run of these really
Mhm.
melancholic, heartfelt songs, to go with the final
Mhm.
song to be this super aggressive, it just it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious how many times the F word is dropped the song now.
Yeah, the record definitely had a parental advisory label on it. So
Yeah.
this song alone might have been uh worth the parental advisory.
6.
Do you have anything else on this song?
Just wait a second. 11 F bombs were dropped. This
That's quite a few.
and that's not counting how much the S word was used too.
Yeah. Very aggressive,
Yeah,
this song.
this song alone could have just earned its advisory.
Yep.
Parental advisory.
Definitely not light listening, this one.
Mm-hmm. I like the little melodic part, like the more chilled out area of the song. But when he's saying uh when it says there's not one thing that you can say to make it right unless you say I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's the chorus.
And if you're not, then please tell me why.
I mean, the chorus is sing-songy, but I don't know. It just this song doesn't belong at the end of the record. It just doesn't. Not in my opinion, anyway.
But the song definitely serves a reason why it was made. There's definitely a reason
What's that?
why it was
To
made.
punch your worst enemy in the face? I'm pretty sure your taekwondo school tries to talk you out of that stuff. You can't go all Hulk on folks, man.
Dang it.
All right.
I think they need to tell that to the writer of the song.
Do you really want to, with as angry as this is?
Enough jokes.
Anything else on this before we close it up?
Other than, I don't dislike the song. It just is out of place.
Fair enough. All right, Michael. Let's get your overall thoughts on the album and your rating out of 5.
I have been really excited to talk about this record. You can ask my grandmother. I think I only listened to this record while I was staying at her house. We were in the car a few times, and I was only listening to this record. And the Michael's Journey song. And I'm not even joking. You can literally ask her. I was only listening to that. I think the only time I changed it up was because it was in like 7:00 in the morning, and I decided it was journey time. And then we listened to Queen. So
back to your final thoughts on this record.
I really like this record. I feel you really introduced me to the right album. I really like this album. I think when I first heard this album, I think I was listening to it. I think I almost listened to it for almost a whole entire 3 weeks straight. Just this album alone. And then I just to get back into the album, I really like this album. I like the how it builds up. Just I like how the message just builds throughout the album. You can feel the sorrow, the like him trying to fix his mistakes, like the writer trying to fix his mistakes. It's just perfect. And this is why I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5.
Perfect score for Michael. Yeah, for me, I've said many times that melodic Sevendust is the best Sevendust. This album absolutely delivers on that front. As a follow-up to what I considered at the time to be my all-time favorite Sevendust record, 2001's Animosity, I wasn't sure what to expect with Seasons. Honestly, it took me some time to really get into the groove with this one. It didn't immediately resonate with me. However, in subsequent listens and with the benefit of time, Seasons grew on me and became a favorite. The band puts together an emotional, hard-hitting performance on this record. There are so many songs on here that have become all-time favorites for me. I absolutely love this record. I give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay. But why do you make it a 4, not a
It gets
perfect?
scored off. It gets scored off a half a point for Face to Face and where it lands on the album.
Honestly, I don't think that. I think it was more the record label that placed it there.
Regardless,
To
I
me.
think it messes up the flow of the album
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't work for me. So I'm just docking a half a point. Uh it is an outstanding record otherwise. All right, so our question for the audience this time around. What is your favorite track on Seasons and why? Michael, do you have anything else before we close up our discussion on Seasons?
Other than great bluesy album.
100% agree.
And then if you want an aggressive song, listen to Face or Remedy. I had to fit that in.
All right. So we're going to move on to our next segment. This is Can't Wait. New music that's coming soon. Michael, what do you got?
I am very excited for the Kill Switch Engage record. Uh, that's really it. The only thing I can wish for is a new Periphery album, Carnival, maybe 1 year, maybe 5 billion years, trillion, infinite. I don't know.
Man, you're gonna you're probably gonna get old and gray before Carnival thinks about putting out a new
We
record.
we may see the downfall of console gaming before we actually see Carnival put out a record.
I hope console gaming doesn't die. For me, new music that I'm looking forward to here over the next couple weeks. On February 14th, Lacuna Coil drops its new record, Sleepless Empire. On February 21st, Killswitch Engage drops its new record, This Consequence. Michael, I think you and I might have to listen to that one together. What do you think?
At least if I'm at home, I will listen to it with you.
Yeah, I think if we end up liking it, maybe we can insert it in on a coming episode.
Honestly, I want to insert it on a up and coming episode.
We'll see. We'll see if we like it first. Recently announced on May 30th, Rivers of Nile will drop its new record. It's a self-titled record. I just heard the new single from the record, and it gave me all the feels. I can't wait for this. And recently announced on February 12th, Earthside is going to debut a new single titled Frozen Heart, Burning World. Apparently, this was from the Let the Truth Speak writing sessions and was supposed to have been a bonus track on that album, but it never ended up seeing release. So we're getting a new single from Earthside, and I'm really stoked about this. I can't wait to hear it. Michael, anything else you're looking forward to?
The Paradise.
Yeah, Paradise Slaves record.
Yeah.
That'll be coming around before you know it, too.
Yeah. Faster than the Carnival record.
Just about
That's
anything at this point is going
been
to be
in
faster than the Carnival record.
been in the making for
Far too long at
over
this
20
point.
years. Over 20 years now?
I don't know it's been that long, but yeah.
Close. Might as well give up hope.
All right, so we will move on from there. We are going to get into our final segment. This is Michael's journey discovering a song from the past. And this time around, we're going to get Michael's thoughts on the Jackson 5's Who's Lovin' You. Little background on this song. Who's Lovin' You is a Motown soul song that was written in 1960 by Smokey Robinson. This song has been recorded by many different artists, including The Miracles, who had recorded the original version, The Temptations, The Supremes, Terrence Trent D'Arby, and of course the Jackson 5, among many others. The Jackson 5 version was released on October 7th, 1969, and happens to be the most famous cover of Who's Lovin' You. Michael Jackson, at the time, was only 11 years old when he recorded this song. Pretty crazy to think about. The Jackson 5 performed this song on their first Ed Sullivan Show appearance. It was certified silver in the United Kingdom. It looks like the song debuted at number 54 in the UK official singles chart and peaked at number 36 in July. So with that said, Michael, let's get into your thoughts on Who's Lovin' You.
11?
Yep, 11 years old.
Can we just... I just want to say how crazy that is. How a young person, like a young child, can deliver that good. And if we move down the line for Michael Jackson, he still carries that voice, the same voice that he had when he was 11, but it just changed a little bit. But I feel the song is amazing, and I feel this is a great, just heartful song. Soulful. There's not enough words to describe this.
Yeah, it's a really pretty song.
Yeah. And especially how Michael delivers the performance. Just with the vocal range, just anything. Just anything, just vocal.
Tugs at your heartstrings.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, who would have thought that an 11-year-old child could deliver such a heart-wrenching, soulful performance?
And then, even more amazing, after the Jackson 5, he carried on an amazing career.
Yeah, to me, this song really starts to show the genius and the talent of Michael.
Yeah.
This wasn't their first single, but still, this was the one that set the world on notice, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Michael absolutely owns this song. Musically, it's classic Motown soul. I love the string arrangement on this song so much. You can really feel the heartache and longing from Michael as he delivers his vocal performance. His control at such a young age is really amazing. It's such a good song and an outstanding performance. Great tune.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, give us your rating out of 5 on this one.
Perfection.
Giving it the perfect score of 5 out of 5. Crazy to think that he's 2 years younger than you, Michael, and he's got that crazy amount of control. That's dedication.
Yeah. And the fact that he kept that voice throughout his whole career is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it
though.
aged up, obviously, but
Yeah.
he continued to have that talent and that control.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
All right. Anything else to say on this one, Michael?
Just recommend listening to it 100%.
Yep. Absolutely amazing song, and I couldn't agree more. If you are from a younger generation and you've never heard the Jackson 5 before, this is where you start. Great tune.
Just anything Michael Jackson, too. This is a good start, too, from his beginnings in the Jackson 5.
Totally. All right, so up next for you, Michael, on your journey, we're going to talk about Corey Hart's Never Surrender. And for our main topic on the next episode, we're going to be discussing Rush's 1976 release, 2112. With that said, we do want to hear from you. We will read your emails and messages on the show. We have only one request: keep them clean. There are several ways to contact us. You can email us at lightmovepod@gmail.com. You can also reach us on several social media platforms like Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads. Details on how to connect with us are in the show notes. We are now part of the SPDM Crew Podcast Network. Check out all the podcasts on the network by visiting spdmcrew.com.
If you liked the show, subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform and share with your friends and family. We are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and a variety of other platforms. We are also on YouTube. Can't find us on your chosen platform? Shoot us a message and let us know. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This helps us to be found in the algorithm. Make them good and we'll read them on the air. Are you in a band and you'd like for us to check you out, possibly drop a recommendation on the show? Shoot us a message. We'd love to check you out and give you a shout.
We'd like to thank you very much for listening to the Leitmotif and Movement podcast. Take care and enjoy music.